Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted a video in quite a while. We do have a lot to talk about. We have results from UFC 323. We have our announcements for UFC 324, 325, and UFC 326. A lot of great fights to start off for 2026, but I'll talk about that later in the video. We're going to start off with our first fight from UFC 323 on the main card. We had Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Kuskov. This fight ended in a draw. I know the fans don't really like when fights end in a draw, but this fight was definitely hard to score. Both guys came out strong, had some great striking exchanges. Jan got dropped in the second round, and then came back and dropped Bogdan at the end of the third round. But yeah, man, it was an amazing fight. Ending in a draw is kind of tough for fighters because you're still in the same spot that you were before. You didn't go down in the rankings or up. You're kind of just in the same spot. So for Jan Blachowicz, it's tough because he's the number 5 ranked guy right now, and he's trying to get back up to his last title shot of his career. But now coming off a draw, he's still in the same spot, and he doesn't have a lot of options for him next. He may not have a next opponent for quite a while. And then Bogdan, he's ranked number 11, so he has more options. I think a great fight for him next will be Dominic Reyes. He's only a couple rankings above him, so maybe they'll have that fight scheduled. Or maybe they'll have a rematch later on in 2026, maybe in April or May. Or maybe they'll put it on the March card, UFC 326. But we will see. And yeah, it was a very tough fight to score. And in the bantamweight division, we had Henry Cejudo, his last MMA fight in his career, against Peyton Talbot, the up-and-comer. Peyton Talbot put an amazing fight against a legend like Henry Cejudo. He had a very impressive inside trip in the first round. And then later on in the first round, actually again, he had another takedown, which was very impressive. But yeah, man, it was an amazing performance. He's now in the rankings, I believe, after beating the number 10 ranked Henry Cejudo. A lot of people saying that his next fight should be the number 4 Corey Sandhagen. I think that'd be a great fight because, we already have a lot of bantamweight fights matched up. We have Sean O'Malley, who's ranked number 3, against the number 5 Song Yadong, which is in January. And then we have the number 1 Umar Nurmagomedov against the number 6 Figgy, who I think is also in January. And then we just had Merab against Peter Yan, which was for the title. So yeah, I think Corey Sandhagen should be a great matchup next for him. That'd be a great striking battle. And then for Henry Cejudo, that's it. He had an amazing career, 2-division champion, Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. I think the only person to become a UFC champion and an Olympic gold medalist in history. I don't think anybody actually has won also a gold medal and became a 2-division champion. So yeah, man, what a career. I hope he gets the respect he deserves. Hopefully he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. I got to see him fight Aljamain Sterling in person, which was an amazing fight. But yeah, man, an amazing career, and my hat goes off to him. He's an absolute legend. And then in the flyweight division, we had the former champ and is now the number 2 ranked flyweight, Brandon Moreno, against number 5 Tatsuro Taira. Starting off the first round was kind of weird because Brandon Moreno had Taira in a triangle submission pretty much for the whole round and couldn't finish it. I thought he was going to end up finishing it because he had it in a great position. He was up against the cage, but he was still, cranking it, tightening up every time he was able to, every opportunity he had, but couldn't finish it. And then going to the second round, Tatsuro Taira, I think, got a takedown, took his back, flattened Brandon Moreno out, and landed some great ground and pound. I think the fight was stopped a little too early. You got to give Brandon Moreno his respect because, he's a legend. He's a former champ. He's been in so many championship fights. And I think, yeah, that fight was stopped too early. He was definitely moving when he was taking ground, taking the strikes. He was very aware of what was going on. But yeah, they stopped it. It is what it is, part of the sport. Tatsuro Taira will probably be next up for the title shot. We will go in next into the flyweight championship fight that we had. But yeah, he'll definitely be up next. He is number 2 ranked now. He was ranked number 5 before, so he'll move up a couple rankings. And yeah, man, again, he'll be up next for the title shot. And then, flyweight championship, Pantoja against Joshua Van. Everyone saw it. Pantoja had a freak accident, terrible injury. First 26 seconds of the fight, he tried landing a head kick. Joshua Van caught it, and Pantoja just posted terribly. I mean, the way he did, the way he posted, I don't think it's the right way. I think he should have just took the fall and kind of, posted out a little later. He posted too early, and that what caused the break. I think they said it wasn't an elbow break, which it looked like it did because his elbow was completely out of place, was completely destroyed. But it said it was his shoulder that popped out of place and then popped it back into place on its own. But yeah, freak accident. Unfortunate, man. He doesn't really get the respect he deserves. He's one of the best in the world. Four title defenses. One of the best pound for pound fighters in the world right now. Yeah, so hopefully he heals up quick, he gets back. But I think while he's healing up, we'll definitely have Joshua Van defend his title for the first time against Tatsuro Taira. I think that will be a fight that happens. And then after that fight happens, get Pantoja right back in there because he definitely deserves it. And we'll see what happens next from the flyweight division. A lot of great fighters. We have Brandon Royval and Manel Cape, which is tomorrow, number 3 and number 6. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but definitely Joshua Van and Tatsuro Taira next, and then Pantoja will come right in right after. And then the fight of the night, Bantamweight Championship, Marab against Peter Yan. This was their second fight. It was an absolute war, man. Peter Yan solved the puzzle. He broke Marab down. But still, even though Marab got solved, he still comes forward. He took so many body shots, I couldn't believe it. He kept going forward. Peter Yan landed some great body shots with his left kick. He sets up that kick crazy. I think he switches to southpaw and tries throwing a hook, and then he lands the body kick, and he did it a couple times, and he landed one flush one. I forgot what round it was. Maybe it was the third round, and Marab just ate it. He backed up a little bit and then came right forward. Man, Marab's a beast, man. It was an amazing fight. I think fighting 4 times and winning is very tough. The weight cut is probably miserable for him. He probably says, "Oh, I have an amazing weight cut," but it's probably tough for him, man. 4 weight cuts is crazy in 1 year, and 2 within a month and a half is absolutely insane. So I mean, my hat goes off to him. He's an amazing fighter, and hopefully these guys fight next. They'll have a third fight. I think that definitely would be an amazing fight to have. Peter Yan looked like the champion he was 5 years ago. And yeah, man, I hopefully, if he beats Marab, I think no one's gonna be able to beat him because if he beats Marab again, he'll probably fight Sean O'Malley. Again, they'll have their second fight. He'll probably beat Sean, I think, in a very close fight. He did lose against Sean a couple years ago, which I thought Jan won that fight. But yeah, we'll see what's next in bantamweight division. Very exciting. I talked about it before. There's so many fights scheduled. O'Malley and Song Yadong, Figgy and Umar. Peyton Talbot is rising up in that division. But yeah, man, what an amazing fight. Great performance for Peter Yan, and Marab's an absolute beast. All right, so now let's go into our events for 2026. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Events. So yes, we have Royval against Manel Cape, which is this weekend. And then we have UFC 324, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title. That's going to be amazing. So excited. Unfortunately, Arman Sarukian's left out of this, and he is the number 1 contender. I think he would have been able to fight in January because he's fought a couple weeks ago. Took no damage in this fight. Got an amazing submission win against Dan Hooker, but he's left out. We're gonna have Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. This fight's gonna be a war. Both guys are very skilled in their own ways. So yeah, very excited to see that fight. And then we have Amanda Nunes, who is coming back against Kayla Harrison. This fight is going to be awesome too. I think it's going to end very quickly because, both these ladies are very good in their own aspects too. Amanda, she is great Jesus. And then Amanda, she's a great striker also. But then Kayla Harrison, she's a gold medalist, right, in judo. She's an amazing grappler herself. But yeah, whoever makes the first move is gonna just take control of the fight because I don't think Kayla's striking is like too outstanding. But she's an amazing fighter. But I think Amanda Nunes striking is a whole nother level, and if she lands one great shot, she'll just put her away. So we'll see what happens. Amanda Nunes wins the title again. She'll be on another winning streak probably. She'll then defend the title a couple more times. Maybe they'll have Juliana Pena against Amanda Nunes 3 if Nunes wins. But yeah, very excited for this fight. Both ladies are great fighters, and I think it's going to be an absolute war. And then we have O'Malley against Song Yadong. O'Malley's coming off a 2-fight losing streak. And Song Yadong, man, he's a killer. an amazing striker, has a great grappling team. He works with J-Flow Judo, who's an amazing grappling coach. But yeah, it's going to be a great fight. I don't know if winner of this fight will get their title shot next, because we do have number 1 Umar against number 6 Figgy, so that will probably be the winner. The winner of that will probably fight for the title next. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be an awesome fight. I'm rooting for Sean O'Malley. I hope he comes back, because if he goes on a three fight losing streak, I don't know what will be next for him. It'd be a very tough position, but we will see. And yeah, man, some great fights. And then we also have Cortez Acosta against Derek Lewis, two absolute animals. That's gonna be an awesome fight. And then we have Arnold Allen, who's coming back, and it's Gene Silva. That's gonna be awesome. Featherweight division. Gene Silva is coming off a tough loss against Diego Lopez. But I think if Gene Silva fights smart, I think he can beat Arnold Allen. Allen's a very experienced fighter. He's very skilled. But I think Gene Silva is going to come out strong, and if he fights smart, he'll get the win. And then with Michael Johnson against Alex Hernandez, that's gonna be an awesome fight. What other fight? Let me actually click on this. Let's see. Oh yeah, then we have Umar and Figgy. We have Nikita who's coming back. Yeah, man, we have some great fights. Very excited for this. Let's look at UFC 325. We have Volk versus Lopez 2. That's going to be awesome. A lot of people are disappointed that Lopez got his title shot again. I mean, I kind of agree. He had an amazing performance against Gene Silva. That was an amazing finish. But he's number 2 ranked. I think Murphy deserved the title shot because his performance was even better. That spinning elbow knockout was crazy. I think he should have been next up for the title shot. But it is what it is. I think Murphy should just sit and wait, or maybe fight Movzar, who's number 1 ranked, and Murphy's number 4. So maybe the winner of that will fight the winner of Lopez and Volk. Maybe they'll have an interim title for that fight, Murphy and Movzar. But we'll see. Let's look at the rest of the card. I think we have some good fight. Yeah, we have Dan Hooker coming back, number 6 against number 8 Benoit Saint Denis. That fight's gonna be awesome. I think Saint Denis' last fight against Beneil Dariush, 16-second knockout in the first round was amazing. And then another lightweight fight, we have Rafael Fiziev against Mauricio Rufy. This fight's gonna be awesome. Both great strikers. Rafael has amazing Muay Thai. Mauricio Rufy, even though he lost his last fight against Benoit Saint Denis, I think his grappling defense will definitely get better, and his striking is just second nature to him. So he'll definitely put on a great fight. I think Rufy will win, and then I think Saint Denis will win, and then hopefully Volk wins. I don't want to see him retire yet, so hopefully he'll beat Lopez again. And yeah, man, some great fights for UFC 325. That will be in Australia. And then I think we have Sean Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez. That's going to be an amazing fight. That's in Houston. That's the 21st of February. And then we have UFC 326, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. This is their second fight, number 2. This will be in Las Vegas for the BMF title. This fight's going to be awesome. I love both guys. I hope this ends in a draw. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's definitely going to be a battle. Both guys, again, are very great in their own aspects. Max is an amazing striker, but he can submit you. If he's on the ground, he'll submit you. But a guy like Charles is too smart. The best BJJ in all of UFC history. Most submission wins in UFC history. So yeah, man, we'll see. It's gonna be an amazing fight. Very excited. I don't think there's any other fights scheduled for this card. Yeah, just this. So they'll announce what other fights we'll have for UFC 326. The winner of this, well, no, actually, no, the winner of this won't fight for the title next because we have the interim fight between Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. But yeah, whoever wins this fight can kind of just sit and wait for a title shot because it's number 2 against number 3, and the inter titles between number 4 and number 5. It's so weird, and then the number 1 contender is just like sitting there. Poor Arman Sharukian, man. I mean, guy doesn't get enough respect. Yeah, and then that's it. I don't think we have anything else scheduled. Yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, very excited for 2026. The beginning looks absolutely amazing for the year. I mean, nothing else to really say. I mean, we'll just sit and wait for anything else that's scheduled for the rest of the fight nights and the rest for UFC 326. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about these fights in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.